Hey everyone, welcome to live app review with Matt and Vadim, I guess, the regulars. Say hi, Vadim.
Hey.
So today we're going to be working on an NFT gallery. So this is a simple React application. It's view only. So we're not going to be making any contract function calls, but we're going to be reading data from an existing NFT market that we put up last week that we demoed on live app review. So we're going to look at those NFTs because now there's a good sampling of media there, and we just want to create like a gallery and then display it, and then maybe talk about some UX, UI kind of ideas for the future. So it's going to be should be pretty short. Some of it's already built, but we'll go through like kind of how to display and just thinking about some of those things. So I'm going to share my screen. Oh,
Matt, is it true that did you pass security audit with your NFT contract?
That's a good question. Kind of. Hang on one sec. I have this Zoom issue with screens on screens. Okay, I think that should be fine. I didn't want to mess up the recording. Okay. So now I'm going to share my screen. So what Vadim was asking about is the NFT market secure? Well, we had a sort of an informal kind of audit with Eugene yesterday. I found one really awesome bug. I still have not told anyone about it because it's interesting to me to see if somebody will exploit it on their own. But there is a bug where you can steal an NFT. That's all I'm going to say. We fixed that. We fixed the royalty payouts, gas. That was a big one. We adjusted a lot of the storage key stuff. So it now uses the proper 3.10 Rust SDK storage key enums. And so a lot of cleanup. There was also an issue where fungible tokens were not able to bid on NFTs. So unfortunately, I did not have a test that was catching that. So now I have a test that catches that and things like that. So fungible tokens are now thrown into bids, and basically everything is working now and it looks really good. I don't think there's much more in the way of sort of security or stability, but I wonder if somebody will figure that out, because there's the NFT marketplace that's on testnet that we showed last week, and I wonder if anybody will figure out how you steal an NFT. But we'll see.
Looks like a good opportunity to make a bug bounty.
Yeah, that's right. We should put out like 100 near or something. See if anybody can
prize NFT. We can give an NFT.
Yeah, that's right. Or maybe because it's on testnet, we'll give away like 500 testnet near. Okay. Big prize.
We will lose now all viewers. They will stop our video and go to have this bug bounty.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So let me show you a little bit about what I'm working on. So I'm just gonna start it up now. So we'll take a look. There's actually nothing there. So it's actually a good time for us to start this video. So what do we want? What are we interested in here? We're interested in basically displaying NFTs. So let me take you back to how I started working on this. I think yesterday morning, just briefly before I got busy with other things. So what I'm thinking of in my mind is that there will be many people that will want to be a part of this NFT gallery. So there will be many NFT contracts that we have to query and pull NFTs from. So the way that I have sort of approached this is we need some sort of extendable kind of object or structure or code piece that is relatively easy. But we also don't know if all NFTs are of the same type. So I have this, so in React, so this is going to be a React app. So there's a prerequisite that you kind of need to know what JSX is or what React is. And this, by the way, this may be wrong and people can make their own NFT galleries, but this is how I'm going to make this current NFT gallery. And I may try to simplify this and provide like little helper utilities for people. But in React, a fragment is like a fragment of JSX. So it's like a piece of the page that is defined in this sort of JSX syntax like this, like some weird, you know, curly braces and attributes and things flying around. Or if you get into the gallery component, it looks like this. You know, you can map out some elements and you can do things like this. Let me just make this a little bigger, actually. So that's what basically JSX looks like. You know, it's just this sort of mustachy kind of like templating language. So in here, I have a NFT contract defined. This is the one from the marketplace that is up already on testnet. I have the view method name, which should be standard, by the way. So this shouldn't change. I have the view method arguments. That should also be standard, shouldn't change. And then I have a method to get the display URL. So sometimes you might want to display an NFT and it might actually be something like, it might be something like this, like that. You might want to return this. Oh, I actually was, I wasn't even returning it. But basically you might want to return something like that. So different, it might be like this. Different NFTs will have different ways of generating their quote unquote, their display URL. So, so that's why I decided to make this a, like a function or a method, whatever, like, it's an arrow function. But anyway, so that's why I decided to make this, you know, something you could code, something you could actually put different parameters in, right? You may even have to make this, I don't know what your NFT is like, but you may have to like, you know, get base URL, you know, equals await fetch something. You might have to do that. I don't know. I don't know what your NFT is doing. So I'm basically trying to create this extensible framework where I don't have to know, we don't have to know. All we need at the end of the day is we need a fragment. We need something. We need a React fragment that we can shove into the gallery. And then from those fragments, we're going to style them. So for example, I would say that there's an option definitely to do a video. So, and we'll have to break after this. But basically, that's sort of how I see this playing out. But I'm still really early on this, but this is just like my initial idea. So essentially, you should only have to make a pull request. You come to this this thing, you know, leave a nice comment, say, you know, adding this NFT from this project, right? And then you start filling in your stuff. So what do I do here? So let's say, so again, like add frag is, and by the way, this is a little cryptic. So I should actually say, you know, this is the actual token object. I think I moved this around. I refactored this. So that's why it's all kind of weird. But basically I have an add fragment kind of method. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to say that, I should actually call this, I should call it like display frag. So, you know, this method must add, oh, and that's token. Okay, so something like this. So yeah, great. Okay, so where is this called, right? It's actually in this state here. So state is just like my state store. So basically, it just gets called when the app gets mounted at this moment in time. So there could be like a button that says refresh NFTs or something, and it could call this as well. But basically, you come in, you have this contracts array that you're going to fill up. You're going to fill it up with the different NFT contracts that are specified here. So here we have only one NFT contract. So this contracts array is going to only have one element inside of it, but then inside of that, it's going to have tokens, right? So this is the tokens view function call. So we're going to call out, and we're going to, I've sort of kind of parameterized the arguments. They should all be standard because any enumerable NFT token should be following the enumerable standard, but I've sort of left it parameterized for now, where you could parameterize some of the arguments. It's whatever. It's kind of arbitrary. And then tokens for each, we're going to add a fragment to each token. So we're going to basically, this is going to call this method on the contract. It's going to pass in each token, and each token should get a display fragment added to it. So basically what it's doing is it's going back to this contract's object to kind of process the token that it received from the blockchain. So now once that they're processed, the tokens are, they've already been mutated. So they've already been like, each token should have or like field. So then you return from this promise. Whatever. I'm just awaiting all the promises. Don't worry about this. That's in case you have like multiple contracts. And then basically we log out the result of this contracts array that we push the items on. And then we update the state, and then the gallery should pick that up. And then eventually the gallery starts with a default of no contracts that it iterates through. And then it iterates through the contract. It has ID and then a tokens array. And then from those tokens, we want to iterate and show those tokens in our gallery. So for each contract ID, we're going to iterate all of the tokens for that contract. So I'm getting an empty array here. So something obviously went wrong. I literally had to like abandon this project sort of, midstream yesterday. So I don't know what actually happened, but I'm going to print out tokens here. So now you can see how my mind works. So near 42, nothing. So that's here, contracts. So it's not actually going through this call, or it's not making this call for whatever reason. This is failing. So view method name, view method args. Oh, did I save that? Yeah. View method name, view method args. Just want to make sure everything's there. View method name, view method args. Yeah. I don't know why it's not, it started to act weird yesterday. Nothing. So promises, contracts.map. Here's an async function that we should be iterating through, but we're not. Oh, I know why. The old double name contracts there. That's the problem, right?
Yes.
So it's empty, right?
Yes.
So basically we have to load contracts from, we loaded it here. So I'm just going to rename this to be something. So just call it that. Yeah, even Even when you have experience, you get taken down by some stupid naming thing that you did to yourself. So
Stupid
anyway,
JavaScript then.
yeah, we'll pass that through there. So we should be going and getting tokens. Okay, so we have one contract and we have 51 tokens. So now we have all of these tokens, right? And then the question is, should we have this display frag? We should have something, right? But we don't have anything. It's undefined. So tokens for each, add frag, display frag, tag to frag. It doesn't return.
Shall you return? Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't return, right? So yeah, and then actually we can get rid of the breaks here. So that's good. So that's cool. So we identified something there. So let's go take a look now. Okay, so we have no, undefined. Well, why would that be undefined? So
do you have this case? Is it image and video?
Yeah, supported tag. So what we do is we look for the supported tag, like where the extensions match, and then we try to match up the extension. Oh, this is so basic. So true. Oh, supported is a no, it's not. So it was wrong. So instead, what we need to do is we need to find. And once we find that, we need to print out the tag. So if, yeah, it'll be undefined if it didn't find it. There's tag. Can't read property tag of undefined, right? Yeah. So how'd you get all the way over there? If not supported, it should, oh no. Can't read property tag of undefined. So it should, oh no, it doesn't return here. It doesn't stop. Yeah, okay. Just do this. Okay. So now it should not error. It should just kind of, it's going to fail kind of gracefully or silently. And then what we can do is we can filter out ones that don't display properly. So back in our gallery, we should be doing, so it has that property. Okay, so something like that. So we'll get less than 51. Whoops, hang on. Yeah, because that's not a map. Just do this. Okay, so when we get out, we should have 40. Okay, so we have 42. So these ones definitely have a display frag on them. And the other tokens, the other NFTs that didn't work, their links are going to be broken anyways. Or even if they're not broken, they're not actually standard URLs. So they're like something like some Google Images link that is just like, for some reason it resolves to an image, but it doesn't actually have an extension. And that's because of the extension checking here. Now, there's one other way you could do this. You could actually go out and you could, let's say, create the image tag and pull it into the browser and check for like an onload on error. And then based on that criteria, you could get rid of the image or not. But the issue there is that you're preempting the browser's ability to show the user something. You're going out and you're forcing the browser to load the image behind the scenes, pull it into the cache, while you nicely check that all the images loaded properly, and then you're displaying all the images. But what's that going to do for the user experience? The user is just going to be sitting there staring at a blank screen, right? unless you show them something like, hey, I found 100 NFTs for one contract. Now you wait while I go check these 100 images. I mean, it's kind of stupid, right? So it's much faster to just look at the actual URLs themselves, the ones that you're going to display, and see if they're actually qualified. But you may run into issues if your web server is doing something like non-standard. So for example, like Google Photos or whatever, it sends back a photo, but it doesn't actually have like an extension in the URL. So anyway, just letting people know. So now this is cool. So I have some problem with Parcel. I don't know what's going on with Parcel lately. It's like keeps screwing up. But anyway, you can see there's a lot of people here came through, even our friend here, Vadim. He came through, made an NFT. Okay, so now we have this display fragment. So we have the ability to basically put the display frags onto the page. So we're going to do that. I think it might even just work now. Each list should have a unique key prop. Yeah, thanks a lot, React. They always say that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap it in a div, and I'm gonna do that key thing in just a second. I'm now thinking about like the next step is to handle how to display the different types of fragments. So we need to make sure that we pass through the supported tag. So we should also be like display tag. So we should make it set to this. That should be a requirement. So basically the token has to reveal itself with which HTML tag did it actually match, because it could have been many. It could have been an image, could have been a video, could have been it could be an iframe with some code in it, right? We don't know. So however that, like, again, it's completely open. However you added a fragment, you need to tell me what you're showing, like what type of a fragment it is. Is it an image? Is it a video? Iframe? And then based on that, I can actually display it and I can add appropriate styling. So I'm going to have to add a class name here. And my class name is going to have to be basically a lookup to some sort of supported, fragments. Like, so you can just do this, like classes, and then, image is going to be, I mean, we could just go off of the tag name. So we could just keep it deterministic, like kind of thing like this. Class name equals t.display tag. So we could put something like that. And then that way it's just going to be, gallery image. Or we could leave that off entirely and just assume that, I don't know why that says contract there. Oh yeah, no, I do. So we could say that it's tokens, and then under each class tokens, we have images. And I know some people are going to get mad because I'm using Sass, mostly Chad. Hi, Chad. So I'm going to go tokens, and then I'm going to basically say dot image, and dot image behaves like this, right? So I'm going to say whatever, like width 100 pixels. Okay. Enough talking. Let's actually look at them. Why are they still not showing up? I might have to do something special with these fragments. They should just, oh no, you have to call them. Yeah. You have to do this, I think. I don't know why. I think you have to do that. I'm not sure. No. It's weird that they should just display on the page. How do you do this? You have to I know if you have a React component in JavaScript, you can just pop it on the page. But you have to use some sort of syntax. Just one sec. They don't cover JavaScript here, I think.
Maybe it's the same. Maybe do you have return? Yeah, you have it because it was in data structure.
Yeah, it's some sort of data structure. But
Is it tag what you return?
Check what I return.
Is a tag? So it's
it's not a tag. It's not a tag. It's a React object. So hang on one sec. You can just, where can we easily look at it? Just
do you have all those divs? Maybe just loop is wrong. Do you have all divs? Maybe just try to write something there in the div.
Oh, there they are. Okay. I don't know why they weren't there.
But in the div. It's React element. In that loop. Okay. Create.
I can't believe I can't remember how to do this. I know you just put it in. You put it in somewhere, but you have to get JSX to like display it. But I forget how to do that. Well, this is kind of unfortunate. I know you can get JSX to like process it somehow. Maybe it's in here somewhere. No, this is all like to do with JSX jumping around. So we've returned, okay, so we returned this thing. We have it as part of this object, but now we just need to, we need to like trigger it to show. We're so close. Forget how to do this. I know that you can do some sort of component thing. But I think that this is wrong. I don't think that's the right way to do it. You'd have to import it too. But I think that that's not gonna work. Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah, you see, you don't have even parental div. You don't have, or you have.
Yeah. Oh, you know what, Vadim?
Yeah.
I wasn't returning from this contracts mapping. Okay.
And
well, that sucks.
Remove.
I'm just gonna remove. I'm just gonna go like this. Boy, that really sucked. Okay, good.
I think component you can remove it. Yeah.
I think I can get rid of this. Yeah, I think it's actually gonna display. Yay!
Cool.
Vadim saved the day.
So it was you. Yeah.
Okay. So, so now we have this this gallery. I think I have some weird overflow hidden here, so I need to turn that off. Just get rid of this. So now the question is like, how do you want to display an NFT gallery, right? Like, how do you deal with all of these images? So let's just focus on the image case for now. So, this isn't actually working as well. Let's figure out why. Because we go into tokens and then we go into, no, we go into tokens and then we go into tokens, image, class. Oh, I know why. It's because the actual image tag is inside the div. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So now comes the question. How do we want to display? I had the gallery set as flex, but that I'm just going to leave that for now. I may come back and use that. That's why I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put display flex. I'm going to put the width here, and usually the best thing to do is to do width 100, like to basically have like a container div, like a parent div, control the width there, and then have display flex on everything else. Whoa, doesn't that look cool?
Why so small? Is it 100 pixels only?
No, it's Flexbox now. So it's
Okay.
basically like it's trying to like flex across, and like it's gonna get squished. But basically we can do min width, and then but then we're going to be scrolling left and right. Okay, so that's not good. So now we need to set the max width of the window that, or the container that they're in. So that's the viewport, and then we need to do a flex wrap. So flex wrap. Actually, I don't know if we need this. I always with CSS, I try to do less than more, because the more you do, the worse it becomes. You can't figure out anything after you do too much. So let's do a wrap. So it's wrapping now, but now we need to do just a straight up width. So it wasn't min width. That was a mistake. Yes, this is cool, right?
Yeah.
Huh? Does everybody think it's cool?
Yeah.
Hang on one sec. I have to, I literally had to kick my slippers off because it was so cool. It like knocked my socks off.
It's time to go to make ICO now.
Okay, now it's time to make it look cooler. Okay, so now what we don't want to do is, so I want to do, what's in my head is I want to do like a frameless gallery. So I want to do like a really clean edge to edge, gallery. So I already have 0 margins up here. And I'm looking at the distance between images, and it's edge to edge. Somebody threw in me here. It's so stupid. It's like weird. That was the one I did during Collision. Hey, and
Yes.
they're actually backwards ordered now. So there's there's Ash. Hey, that's cool. I never saw that one. It's funny. I never saw some of these. So they're backwards ordered now. So what we want to do is just for now, just for fun, we're just gonna reverse. I just want to see them in order that they came in. So these are the latest ones. There is a issued by metadata, and we could sort by it if we wanted to, but I'm not going to do that for this. So let's focus on just the visuals, because it's like app review. We should actually talk about building apps. So borderless, frameless, whatever you want to call it. So how would we do that? Let's set that up to 300 pixels. So now we're going down the page, down the page, down the page. But we have a bit of a problem. We hit the edge with certain conditions, right? Like we flex only like this, right? So what we actually want to do is we want to flex between two kind of ratios. So we want to set like, we do want to use min width. So let's say you go to a phone, and a phone is like about 375 pixels or whatever, if you have like a pretty new smartphone. So we say min width is going to be 300. Let's just say 300, and then the max width is going to be let's say 400 pixels. And then we should be able to stretch in between. But then there's a flex. Okay, so there's a flex property that I'm not familiar with. It's called flex. Well, I think the shorthand is just flex. And it should grow to fill the space. It's growing a little bit. Some of them are. So there's a missing image here. It's a broken image, which is kind of throwing me off. So, but then there's like an edge here, which is not right. So I think the easiest thing, I want to throw a border around everything just to see where things are happening. Oops. Okay. So now it's working, but then it gets to some sort of edge and it doesn't work. Some images flex and some images don't.
Is it because of missing picture, maybe image?
Maybe we don't need a min width. But no, then this is just choosing like one image. One image is just getting squished, right? I think we want the whole row to expand, right? There's also no image here. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to handle that, but maybe the images need to have a max width on them. No, it's only choosing one image to stretch. So we need to somehow like stretch the whole row. Yeah, I don't know how to solve it. And Vadim, I'm assuming you're not a CSS wizard.
Usually I'm Googling this, some templates of markup.
Okay, so we want like we want what this person has in this video, but I don't want to watch a 19-minute video to do it. Let's see if this person has something.
Oh, exactly what we want.
You have to have a column count. Whoa, this is a bunch of voodoo that I don't know about. Whoa, that's pretty nice, huh? It's a bunch of like crazy stuff that I didn't even know about. So they just have photos, and then I guess they get random kittens from Place Kitten. Good website. There's also
good idea for an NFT project. Cat NFT.
There's also I think that there's Place Dog.
Yeah.
I can't edit this, but I think there is also a Place Dog website. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try. I don't think you need to put in all this weird crap here. So they have a container that basically is like this, and then they have column count, column gap, and then in their image tags, they have this. So we're all the way down here. Then they have media. So they're gonna go. Are they really just using like column count? Is that it?
Yes.
That's impressive. Okay, so media queries. Let's use it. So let's get rid of this. I thought you definitely had to use Flexbox, but that's obviously not a thing. So let's figure this out. Get rid of all this crap. Image width 100, just in case they're inline attributes, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. And then media, they have this photos thing. So I'm going to use tokens. Okay, and then we've got the columns, we've got the max width. Okay. Whoa. Check it out.
Wow. Magic.
NFT gallery. Okay, let's check this out. Hold on. Okay, so that's full screen on like a 4K monitor, so it's working. And then, oops. Then we'll go to zero zoom. So how do we think the media queries are? That's pretty good, right? Like, because I mean, my CSS pixels are double but I'm on a 4K monitor. So this is like somebody's widescreen laptop screen. Like, they're not quite 1920, but if they were 1920, it would be 5 across. And then as you get to 1280, I guess it is, or like something above 1280, it goes to 4. That's not bad, right? And then if you simulate a iPhone X, then you just get 1. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
I like it. Okay, so now there's one other issue. There's the broken image there. But no, I don't think there's many more issues. I think that's it, right? I mean, it works. So I think it's kind of like what I wanted to show today. Vadim, you said something else about tokens. What do we want to show about tokens? Or do we want to? Oh, we want to show what tokens the user owns, right?
I might say that, just I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I think we can sell maybe some more metadata if you like. Owner, I don't know, name of marketplace.
So we have to actually, no, actually, one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to punch in a user account and then get the NFTs that they own, right? So it's going to be, I can't even remember what this stuff is. We do so many of these contracts now. It's here. Tokens for owner. Okay. And it's just account ID limit. Okay. So that is going to be that. And then we're going to have these. I just want to include this because just in case somebody, so the thinking here is somebody makes a non-standard NFT contract, right? And they should still be able to be viewable in this gallery by making a pull request. So we should just be able to, we can call a function of any contract if we want, as long as we know the right method names, right? And the right arguments. So I just included that as like, hopefully some convenience kind of thing, but we'll see. So now when we go to near, this is what we've loaded into contracts and contract account, process contracts. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is this is happening on initialization for whatever contracts are here. It's showing all NFTs. So now I'm going to create like a hook for basically, I'll just say like get, I'll just call it get for owner. Account ID. We should already have that in the state. So this should be here. Okay. So that after the init, it should be part of the state. I'll put some comment here later. Then process contracts for the owner. Promises go through all of the contracts. Now, instead of looking up that, we're looking up view owner. So view owner method, args. That's actually, we assume that they're going to follow, I guess, even the same pattern, but we don't know. I may have to change all of this. This is kind of stupid, in my opinion. It's like, it should be standard, but whatever. If it's not standard, it's not standard. Sorry, it's this. So then we get them, and then the rest is the same. So process, get rid of these comments. We don't need them. And then await all promises for all contracts, and then update the process contracts. So then the gallery should reflect the actual user. So now once we're in the gallery, or let's say we're in the app. So above the gallery, we'll just call this, this isn't going to be pretty. It's going to be controls. And then we're going to do Okay. We're just gonna, whoops, we're gonna set this to be we're gonna do that, and we're gonna say value equals, oops. Okay, so that is gonna be that, and then we're gonna have a button. That basically just goes handle get for owner. Okay, so that's our button. You know, whatever. I don't really care about the names at this point. Oops. Okay, so, and then this is going to dispatch a method that we're going to import here, which is going to be, what would I call it? I called it get for owner. And then I need to have use state. So I need to use component state. So this is local React component state. So this is basically scoped to the component, but it keeps track of things for me. Basically, if the app refreshes, like owner is still owner, set owner is the setter, use state. Keep it an empty string for now. And then just say if owner, if no owner.length, then you can, you know, return something like that. I'll clean this up later. It's really bad. But I just want to get to some functionality. Okay. Oh, I had a debugger thing I was looking at the other day. I really did leave this project in the middle, in the middle of things. Okay. So now, what do we know? We know md1.testnet definitely has some tokens. So now it's, of course, it's going to have like 50 million problems. What's this one? I thought for sure we had added a key. App.js get for owner is not. Get for owner is not. Oh, maybe we didn't export it. No. Oh, it's from app near. A different module. So md1.testnet view owner method name is not defined. Yeah. Okay. Oh, because I didn't put it in here. This is starting to become just a real pain in the ass. Just between you and me. I kind of overthought it. Yay!
Wow, cool.
Okay, now what about the empty case, right? Like what about, let's rename this actually to, actually let's create just a convenience sort of wrapper. This is what's kind of cool. By the way, I made this sort of custom, it's a bit of a custom React state machine kind of thing. It's my invention. I like it. You don't have to like it. But I like it because you can just do things like this. Like you can just pass through, and you can thunk it, you can async it, you can await wherever you want, and everything acts as if it should. Like it doesn't, there's no weird edge cases. There's no redux actions or whatever, like no bullshit, like actions mappers and all this crazy stuff. I hate all that stuff. But that's me. You can do whatever you want. Anyway, let's say if owner.length is nothing, than what we want to do. Or let's just do that. And actually what you can do is you can just do this like that. So we should be able to toggle between the two. We probably should have like a break here somewhere. This is going to be terrible. You own that. And then we fetch all. Yeah, it takes a little bit to fetch all. Fetch Daffodil, fetch all. NFT gallery, moon. All right, we're kind of done. So that's NFT gallery. Definitely needs a little work around this sort of parameterized thing. I should really just stick with standard function calls. But I thought I would I think that we're gonna probably end up with some NFT contracts. Like, for example, Paras, they don't have standard, get by owner or things like this. But I know that at some level they have methods to get the tokens for the owner, because how else are they showing them on their website, right? So we want to be able to actually give them a sort of like a programmatic opportunity to make a pull request to this general NFT gallery. This NFT gallery is supposed to show all NFTs, regardless of whether they're, standard or not. But we try to make them standard. What we could do is we could actually push this out to, why don't we just push this back up into this, where we make the fetch call here and we just go get the tokens. We could do that. And that way we don't have to mess around with all this stuff, right? Right now, it seems like we're kind of passing back and forth. But instead, what we should do is we should just say, for all contracts, basically go and like, almost like go and like init yourself. So we just do something like this, like contract, right? And then we just call contract dot tokens with display, something like that. But however we want to do it going forward, I'm not sure. I'm gonna think about this a bit more than the 1 hour I spent on it yesterday and the 1 hour I spent on it live on this video today. So I'm gonna work on it a little bit more, because right now it's kind of like, it's weird. But it's cool looking. It shows kind of like, what it could be. And what's cool about this is it's one function call per contract, and it's obviously found 42 qualifying NFTs, and it's been able to display them no problem. So party.
Yeah, cool.
All right. I am going to stop this recording. Thanks for tuning in and learning a little bit about, I guess, near view calls and struggling with React and aligning an image gallery. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, Vadim, we're back.